Oh, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me?
Good morning, Dr. Alan.
Yeah. Good morning. Okay. We start the event. Okay. So, first of all, good morning, everyone. I'm Alan Ting from UTS School of Computing and Creative Media, the moderator of today's event. Okay. So before we start, let me introduce our speaker first, Mr. Dylan Ang Wee Ching. So, Mr. Dylan, are you here?
Hi everyone. I'm Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. So let me have a brief introduction about Mr. Dylan here. So Mr. Dylan currently is the director of operation and planning at Cybertech. Okay, so he is a crypto enthusiast. So and he joined Ivan on Tech Academy since May 2020, and he is currently a full-time trader. Okay. Besides, he's also a diverse background as a business trader for many years. He's also involved in esports, coaching. He also has a coaching license for Khusus Science Sukan. And furthermore, he has a lot of certification in blockchain, in crypto, and etc. Okay. So this is the brief background about Mr. Dylan. So we proceed. Okay, so this is the current some of the terms and conditions for the events today. So for the first one, we would like you to rename your name as follows. So for example, your name come with the dash, then with your organization. For example, my name is Alan Ting, so dash with UTS behind. So you please take some time to change your name. You just click the participant icon. All right, you just click participant icon and find your name. After that, you can see more button. So click the more button there, and you would see the rename option. So you can do the renaming there. All right. So for the second one, when the speaker is talking, we appreciate our participants can input their question using our chat box. Okay, so please mute yourself when the speaker is presenting. All right. Well, for all the questions later on for Q&A, we will do a filtering. So where some of the question might be not academic related, so those questions which are personal, we will pass to Dylan, and Dylan will reply privately to you all. Okay, so this is some of the TNC for the event today. All right. So next is the program flow. So later on, I will pass to Mr. Chang Willie, which is our organization organizing committee chairman. He will do the welcoming speech, and it will follow by the briefing from IEEE Sarawak Subsection. Then Mr. Dylan will deliver his presentation. After that, we will have a 20 minutes of interaction section for Q&A, whether you can ask lively or you can type your question on the chat. And we will end our section by snapping our attendance and photo session together. Okay, so without further ado, I will pass my floor to Mr. Chang Willie, the OC chair. Mr. Chan, over to you.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, morning.
Let me share some screen from my side here. Okay, so welcome to this webinar. So we are from organizing committee of UTS here today. And in this event is conducted under Sibu Digital Innovation Hub, SDIH. So in collaborating with our research center, DRAC from UTS and IEEE Sarawak Subsection, and we come up with this blockchain webinar. Hopefully that we can motivate you, and then we can also introduce you to this latest blockchain technology. How do we want to use it, and what is the potential research and the application. And so before we move to the blockchain, so allow me for a few minutes to promote our campus here. Our campus is a quite new campus. So it is wholly owned by Yayasan Sarawak, we call it as Sarawak State University, UTS, University Technology of Sarawak. And then it is located at the Borneo of Sibu and recognized as one of the Platinum Green Index building in Malaysia. And the UTS campus consists of 12 educational blocks and have the energy efficiency rating 5-star. So here is the overview of the campus surrounding. Yes, I just walked through the slides and I won't go through very details of it. If you're interested, you can welcome to our campus anytime. So this is the lecture theaters for lectures, video class, and then this is our common classroom that we use to study and do discussion among our lectures. Libraries for students. So this is a very beautiful place, beautiful campus, and suitable for university lifestyle. So libraries, we have computers and your personal room discussion. Canteen, student convenience, student lodge, or you can call it student centers where students will gather together, brainstorming, and do their events, discussion. So student lodge. And also we have gym. All these are free if you are enrolled to our campus. So UTS Hostel is a newly developed building. And this followed by the architecture studio and gallery studio. So this is the studio where the students, if they're interested in design, then will be working around this area. And computer labs will be used in for our School of Computing in Computer Science. So most probably we'll be dealing with these 2 labs. And Drone Research Center. So this is our center here, our research center, which also initiated this webinar. So laboratories for other schools or for the faculties, so more labs for engineering. And here comes the foundation. So foundation, we have good news for you. It's fully sponsored by the Yayasan Sarawak, if you are Sarawakian. And then we have, here are the undergraduate programs that we offered in UTS. If you're interested in any of the courses listed here, you may apply for the intake of September intake this year. So Bachelor of Computer Science is from our organizing committee this year. So postgraduate, we also have coursework and research. And financial assistance, we offer also scholarship. And for more inquiry, you can visit our campus physically here at Cebu, or you can call and visit our school, Facebook, social media also. So that's all from me to do some marketing. So I'll pass back to the talent.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chan, for your briefing. Next is the briefing from IEEE Sarawak Subsection. we would like to welcome Associate Professor Dr. JC Ling Minoy. Dr. JC, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Alan.
Thank you.
Good to see you. I'll share some slides. Hold on, right? All right, good morning, everyone, all the participants, the organizer. I think the first one I should thank you also, and good morning to UTS for organizing this webinar and have collaborated with us, IEEE Sarawak Subsection. I was personally contacted by Marcella. She was formerly my student, and it seems that she's extremely happy to be there, and I'm glad that she's doing very well. I see a lot of familiar faces as well. So just a brief talk about the IEEE Sarawak Subsection. We have started in 2016. That was our first XCOM that was built, and the first chair was Dr. Dennis Wong. He's now a professor, provost in Harriet Watt University, Malaysia campus. Okay, so the IEEE Sarawak subsection is actually under the IEEE Malaysia section. And the Malaysia section is a registered society with the ROS. So it's actually quite a legit, actually, yeah, a legit society. We carry the name IEEE, which is a bigger international name that stands for International Engineering, Electrical Engineering. Yeah, so, and here we go with our mission and vision, which is very much similar to the international IEEE. We look at fostering technological innovations that would benefit the humanity. And as for the vision, we are solely looking at global technical community, bringing up community in terms of technological innovations and improving the conditions within the community. And if you see the slides on the right side, these are the core values. So we're looking at also nurturing the growth of our members, our students, hence the formations of student branches, building trust with different institutions, universities, industry partners. In Sarawak itself, it's a very small community. In actual fact, the numbers of members throughout the whole Malaysia for IEEE is only 2,000 plus. So, but there are still a lot of universities mushrooming out in Malaysia. And in Sarawak particularly, we now have UTS. So hopefully the collaborations and this trust will continue. We're also looking at building a global community that is formed between universities, industries, and having this disciplinary, multidisciplinary sort of work, yeah, and all these partnership in relations or in focusing towards humanity, towards community, finding solutions, finding innovations for community, and this is what we actually do. It's not just us at the IEEE XCOM. Actually, the network is a lot bigger. At the Sarawak subsection, which are actually made up of only a few XCOMs, these are the few of us. We manage a lot on the administrative, but if there is certain talks or webinar as such like this that is required, or we can actually assist, or even conferences, we have been approached as well, so we can do a co-technical chair together. So these are, a lot of these members are all members that has been with us since day one. Victor, he's the only one from the industry. Majority of us are actually academician. Dr. Ong, he's now based in Singapore. He left and then has worked in Singapore. So a lot of them are from Swinburne. Myself, Dr. Tani Lung will be joining us in UNIMAS very soon. So I myself from UNIMAS. Lee Ben Yong is in charge of professional activities and membership development. He's actually from UITM. Yeah, so I think you see all these faces. Perhaps if you've been in a university context, or a lot of us who are here academician, we are very familiar with this. So you can see the network is very small, and we actually will help one another as we are volunteers in some way. We don't get paid in organizing or in assisting this IEEE network. Yeah. So just a brief numbers of members, but this is of February, early February this year, which I presented as well. We've got quite a small number of student members. So we hope that this number, student members as well as graduate student numbers, can increase, hopefully from UTS. And then also I would always encourage a lot of, we do have IEEE members from UTS. If you have worked for over 10 years, I mean, these are the very basic requirements. You can always apply for senior membership. We will do another drive of senior membership recruitment sometime this year, before the end of the year. So we will call for another webinar very soon, hopefully. Okay, so numbers of IEEE is still dominated by male, but hopefully we get more female in. Okay. We understand also that IEEE carries the name engineering. As you can see, these are the focus area. Computer science is in. Interestingly, also education is part of it, as it is the art that is the core that gel all these components, mainly in the area of STEM educations. Yeah. So active member 184. This is of February in Sarawak. Yeah, so hopefully the numbers will increase. Yeah, we're not very much ambitious like a lot of IEEE society in India. But yeah, what we want is really having more talks and really enhance our current members. And these are just the breakdown of members. Okay, I'm not going to go through too much on it. I just want to share the formations of student branch and society. We have two student branch, Curtin. Curtin is the longest student branch that has been there. If I'm not mistaken, is the advisor for the Curtin student branch is Garant. In Swinburne, I reckon it's either Lau Bitang or Mark T. That's for Swinburne that just started in 2018. And I understand also UTS is starting a student branch. I'm still waiting to get the final confirmation from IEEE as well as IEEE Malaysia section. So I think they are in the process of setting this up. Yeah? And we have site, our own very own IEEE Sarawak Subsection site, SIGHT. The chair for site is Tan Yilung. And this is the work, a lot of work on humanitarian, you know, when you go on the ground. For example, one of the projects that he's very much involved in is building a sustainable lighting power system for schools, in rural schools. So he got the students involved in building it, and then select another schools and see how they can assist in lighting up the community in the schools. So there were two schools that were involved. One is in Pasir Sala. This was the earlier project, and the second one is in Sibu. Okay. So what is the benefits of joining IEEE? There's a lot of resources, a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of grants actually available. So the grants are not big, but I reckon it's more than sufficient to run really small 6 months to 8 months of activities like humanitarian work, innovation work, a very short term. And this grant would be very useful to build up your career perhaps, and your knowledge, how you interact with community. So I myself actually seized on this opportunity. So the grant is from IEEE HQ, the bigger umbrella of it. or it can be given out by IEEE Region 10, and very small grants are given out by IEEE Malaysia section. So I myself personally find this very much interesting. As for resources like, books, magazines, papers, IEEE Explore, you can actually use your IEEE membership to actually enter and get all those papers if you are not in the university network, or if the university is not purchasing the IEEE Explore papers. You can also be involved with a lot of society. Sometimes they do have a call for volunteer, student volunteering, or members volunteering, that they bring them out to sites, or some competitions, or some promotional work. So you can be involved in all this. You just have to watch out for some calls in the website or in the email, which they will always blast. Yeah. Have a good network professionals with your local area, which I'm doing as well with UTS. I see, we do want to work together and see how we can expand our work by making use, perhaps, if that's a good word, of IEEE. If we can get some funding, short-term projects is always the best. Or you can also have network with international professionals, professors, or even those who are working in industries. They are very, very active group of professions, especially those involved in IEEE. Yeah? And of course, you can be mentors. One very simple one is the STEM ambassadors. Okay? There are also tools that you can use in IEEE that you can teach students in STEM. So you don't need to come up with content. They're already available content and resources. Okay, how do you be a member? So good news is that this month, if you become a member, you only pay 50% of the membership dues. Yeah, this applies only to new members or former members who have not been a member for over 2 years. So you are eligible for this 50%. Okay? And then also they are, when you join the membership, you join perhaps IEEE Malaysia or IEEE members as general, but there are societies that you might want to join. For example, computer society, education society. So if you do join this specialized technical interest, you don't need to pay too much of a fee. You only pay as little as $10 US. All these are in dollars. Yeah. For students who are here, you have a good discount, 50% discount by keying in this code future50. All right, so seize the opportunity. If you miss this, you can always do it next year. I think they will run this for 2022 as well as 2023. Okay. And that's it from me. I hope you all will be enticed to join IEEE. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. JC, for your great sharing. All right. Next is our core section, which is the presentation by our speaker, Mr. Dylan. Mr. Dylan, over to you. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Before I start, check the sound first. Is it okay, the sound?
Yeah, great.
Sound is great, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Dylan. Okay. I was told by Dr. Ellen to be accurate and brief. I promise I shall be brief as possible, no matter how long it takes me. So bear with me for at least 6 hours. Okay lah, joke aside. Okay. It is my great pleasure to be the first speaker for today's great event. Before I would like to start, thank you UTS for giving me this great opportunity to share my knowledge for today. Thank you, especially Dr. Ellen and team. Please do stop me or buzz me if I'm going too fast. If you have any question, at the end of the presentation, we have a Q&A session. Now, let's get started. Remember, this is only for educational purposes, always not financial advice. Let me share the screen. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Dylan. Yes.
Okay, I may start.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, this is the story how I learned Bitcoin and blockchain. Back in 2017, I have a friend that told me what is Bitcoin. This is how I learned about Bitcoin and blockchain. This story will tell you what Bitcoin is and blockchain is. And back in 2017, my friend told me there was a new currency as a language and protocol existed in internet. It is called Bitcoin. And now this thing is, it is completely detached from bank. Anyone that have internet, you can use Bitcoin. To summarize, Bitcoin is worldwide and it is permissionless. There's no company, no organization, government, authority behind this technology. This is why I get so interested in this decentralized ecosystem. Bitcoin is a mathematical calculation and also store of value. Bitcoin has only 21 million to exist. It is the future and always incentivized. Why I say digital stone? In the past, humans used to write at the stone. The cool thing is you could add data and could not remove data. Blockchain is really a database. So when a transaction goes through, it will go in the database. No one can remove or duplicate the database. And this is blockchain. Blockchain will keep track for all the transactions that anyone receives. And it is the network of computer. When we talk about blockchain, and it is really a network. Blockchain is also a ledger. It's run 24/7, 365 days. You have the code completely open source, meaning that anyone can take a look at the code and anyone can read the code. Anyone can be part of the development team. If you want to start contributing to Bitcoin as a developer, if the development community see it is a good idea, your code and proposal will be accepted. Provenance blockchain refers to the tracking mechanism where every single change made to the data is tracked and versioned so the authorized viewer can be certain about its legitimacy. Consensus mechanism makes everyone agree with moving trust and everyone have the same thinking. With the global database, blockchain creates same standard, same infrastructure. Everyone is using the same method for transaction. Finality is the assurance and guarantee that cryptocurrency transaction cannot be altered, reversed, or cancelled after they are completed. The latency level of a blockchain will ultimately affect the chain finality rate. Okay, next, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency without a central bank or single administrator that can be sent from user to user on a peer-to-peer Bitcoin network without the needs of intermediaries. it is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So we have a lot of questions. Okay, there are plenty of questions to this mysterious of creation. Who create Bitcoins? Was it created by one person? It was created by name known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, in August 2008, the domain name bitcoin.org was quietly registered in online. And 2 months later, a paper entitled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was passed around cryptography mailing lists. The white paper itself is extremely short. Satoshi wrote from the abstract, a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payment to be sent directly from one party to another without going through financial institution. You can pay each other without a middleman. You can use digital signature to provide part of the solution. If you want to understand deeper, there's a link below. Google it and read it wisely. The Bitcoin consensus is about transaction rules, transaction states, Bitcoin values, and trustless. It is agreement of rules that determine which blocks and transactions are valid or not, agreement of which transactions have occurred, and agreement of that Bitcoins have value and players want accept Bitcoins in payment. First, let us look at the proof of work system. The transaction that is stored in blocks, validated by having people solve a complicated math problem attached to it. This typically done by powerful computers and it's known as mining. A rewards in the form of cryptocurrencies is issued to the first miner who cracks the problems. Next, we have proof of stake. Proof of stake is seen being more eco-friendly than proof of work because it does not involve high energy consumption. Bitcoin has a very special event. We call it Bitcoin halving cycle. Satoshi Nakamoto set the maximum number of Bitcoins to 21 million. So Bitcoin would be limited in supply. And thanks to the halvings, it would have a long, predictable, and unchangeable release date. In these early days, Bitcoin had no value. The protocol gave away 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. At that time, 50 Bitcoin worth less than, guess how much is one Bitcoin in that time? It's only 50 cents. For today, 50 Bitcoin could worth 1.5 million. The second halving rewards is 25 Bitcoin, and the next halving is 12.5 Bitcoin. And now the halving rewards is 6.25 Bitcoin, started at 2020. The halving reduced the number of Bitcoin that you can win, but the market value has risen. So then the halving is the slow, predictable, long-term process of reducing new Bitcoin given away. From the computer network connection chart, we can see clearly it is connected to miners, mining pool, software, smart contract, transaction, mobile phone, internet, public key cryptography, blockchain, and etc. Blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, to hack, or cheat the system. A blockchain is essentially a digital ledger or transaction that is duplicated or distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain. This decentralized, distributed, and oftentimes public digital ledger consisting a record called block that is used to record transaction across computers so that any involved block cannot be altered retroactively without the alteration of all subsequent blocks. The blockchain is the continuously growing list of records called blocks, which are linked and secure using cryptography. And it is a decentralized system that maintained by multiple participants on the network who are responsible for securing the data. The question is, can you trust a bunch of strangers to take good care of your information? Blockchain is designed to be immutable. This is how it works. Every record that has been written on the blockchain is secured by a unique cryptographic key. This key virtually unhackable. Public key cryptography is at the core of the crypto and blockchain industry, and it makes this all possible. Public key cryptography has been around for a very long time. A public keys allow you to receive cryptocurrency transaction. It's a cryptographic code that pairs to a private key, while anyone can send transaction to the public key. You need the private key to unlock them and prove that you are the owner of the cryptocurrency received in the transaction. When you create a wallet in computer, you will get your first private key, which normally backed by 12 phrases or 24 phrases in a very large random number. And also, you'll get the public key in the private key. The public key can share in the internet. For example, when Alice creates a wallet, she may put her public key at blog, at Twitter, Facebook, or everywhere in the internet. There's no way for anyone to get from Alice's public key to her private key. But you can always get from private key to public key. And remember to keep your private key safely. A cryptocurrency wallet is a device, physical medium, program, or a service which store the public and private keys for cryptography transaction. There are few types of blockchain wallets, software wallets and hardware wallets. Type of software wallets includes web wallets, mobile wallets, and desktop wallets. For hardware, we could name as a paper wallet or core wallet. We can name it as a brand wallet also. If you remember all those 12 phrases or 24 phrases, you can always import anytime. This is the entire blockchain ecosystem in one visualization. The size of the Bitcoin market may still be microscopic, when contrast with other global markets. But that hasn't stopped the 12 years old digital asset from growing. It is the technological infrastructure behind how Bitcoin transaction works. That's because it is now clear how the blockchain can be further applied to many other disciplines, including payments, trading asset digitally, identity management, data verification, and smart contract. Okay, we come into Bitcoin mining. Mining is a process of solving complex mathematical problems. Miners are essentially the cornerstone of any cryptocurrency network as they spend their time and computing power to solve the math problems, providing proof of work for the network by verifying transaction. Miners are responsible for creating new tokens through this process as they receive rewards for successfully completing of proof of work tasks. This is how big mining is. Everyone in all around the world now have moved to US, moved to country beside China, and the mining is big now, really big. Next, we come into Ethereum and smart contract. Ethereum is really a 2.0 technology. This means now we have more dynamic and programmable blockchain. From the early stage of the internet, we have static website that could only show text, images, and maybe links. This is what we call Web 1.0. It is a boring website. You cannot have chat, different account, social media. You can only read and share information. But then Web 2.0 happened. We add in JavaScript to the browser. Then Web 2.0 become dynamic and programmable. Then we have chat, we have account, we have social media, and etc. Ethereum is decentralized, open source blockchain with smart contract functionality. Ether is also the native cryptocurrency of platform. Amongst cryptocurrency, Ether is second only to Bitcoin in market capitalization. Ethereum was conceived in 2013 by programmer called Vitalik Buterin. Crypto gaming is on the rise, and gaming coins are becoming a popular choice as an investment. Gaming coins combine two extremely popular industries, crypto and video games. Many are online gamers that use a cryptocurrency as the in-game currency. Players can use the game crypto for possessing character and weapons. Those are the top 10 play to earn games on PC or mobile. Sandbox, Atlas, maybe some of you got heard Axie Infinity is very hot now. NFT is like a Web 3.0. Okay, NFT is non-fungible tokens. One kind of digital asset can take the form of graphic interchange format, tweets, and more that exist on a blockchain currency and give the buyer digital ownership rights. NFT are piece of digital content linked to the blockchain. the digital database underpinning cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Unlike NFT, those assets are fungible, meaning they can be replaced or exchanged without any identical one of the same value, much like a dollar bill. Okay, last, the goal words in blockchain space, don't trust and verify first every time. Okay, thank you. Can pass to Dr. Alan.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dylan, for your sharing. So, next section will be the interactive section for Q&A. All right, so we have two questions here from Ivan Yo. So Ivan, the first question from Ivan is, can transaction using cryptocurrency be sanctioned, like what the US did recently by sanctioning Russia from the SWIFT?
Hold on.
Yeah, from the chat box. So the first question is, can transaction using cryptocurrency be sanctioned, like what the US did recently sanctioning Russia from the SWIFT?
Okay, let me share. Hold on. Hi Ivan, can I reply you privately? After the session, you may message me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
question one. So question one will be Mr. Dylan will reply you personally.
Yeah.
So for question two, will the various currency merge, or perhaps new currency supported by central bank emerge in the future?
I mean, in the future, I think will. Okay, because we are saying about 40 years, 50 years, and this thing maybe will be exist in 100 years, 150 years, and will be the new era of new currency. Maybe yes, and we cannot answer this question now yet.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dylan. And any more question from the floor? If any question from the committee? If not, I have one question for Mr. Dylan. So regarding the NFT, what is your opinion, or what is your recommendation on NFT? So is it a trend now, or is it a technology? Should we really go do really deep research on it besides the investment, because we are not talking about the investment today?
Yes.
So maybe as a researcher, can we really explore in NFT?
It depends. Okay. Most of the project are not going well in NFT. I can say that, and it is a hype of bubbles. It's like a .com bubbles, you know, and and when it first started, and everyone FOMO means fear of missing out. Okay, and everyone got the NFT, and now the market has dropped a little bit. So mostly this market has been I mean, at a peace now, and the transaction has not been going well. So it depends. Some project going very well, like apps, you know, some apps, some project in Ethereum very well. and even the price go up to like one JPEG is like like few million, you know, they're selling like few million. Yeah.
Okay, so we have two more questions from the floor. So let me read out the questions for everyone. So it is from Andy Lau, not the Hong Kong Andy Lau. Sorry, it's Andy Lau Jun Han. The current cryptocurrency is more like investing market, like stock market, or money can be used worldwide. So Dylan, you can determine this question. You can reply privately or publicly.
Yeah, this one I can reply here.
Okay.
The cryptocurrency now has been used worldwide. Okay, even you purchase things from website, you know, and it's a kind of a payment method already, and the transaction has been widely used and is very fast and very easy and without any intermediaries, any middlemen. Yeah, now we are using this technology wisely already. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dylan. So the next question will be from Judith. What are the future of NFT as an investment? Do you agree NFT to be an investment for the futures? So I'll back to Mr. Dylan whether want to reply this in private or public.
Yeah, I may want it in the private. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. So Mr. Dylan will reply you in private since this is more on the investment question.
Yes.
Okay, so additional add-on for my NFT question, because we as a researcher, we are more interested on the technology itself, not on the potential to earn money, investments, so forth. So for the technology itself, is it sustainable? Meaning to say that, let's say, blockchain, let's say in Bitcoin perspective, we are not venturing in Bitcoin, but we are using the blockchain itself as say, for example, the smart contract, the element inside to do research, to apply on other domains, for example, the agriculture, education, etc. So would the technology sustainable?
Yes, of course. Because we are talking about the fundamental and the sustainability of the project. If the fundamental and roadmap, you know, the team and everyone is contributing in a very good way, very effective way, yes, it can. And I see a lot of projects not say success lah. I mean, they are doing well. They're doing well. I mean, yes, we can.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Dylan, for your insight. So from your point of view, from your experience, how does the growing or the development of blockchain or NFT in Malaysia, from your point of view and maybe from your experience, is it we are growing, we are moving toward that way, or we are still exploring, we are still gaining awareness in Malaysia?
Actually, this is a good question. Actually, in Malaysia, there are lots of expertise, especially youth, youngster, that has already started in blockchain. The first one is CoinGecko. Okay, CoinGecko is a group of youth from Malaysia, and is a worldwide website now, has been searched every day, you know, and like Luno is also in Malaysia now. Okay, and few of them are from Malaysia. And for the NFT in KL side, Semenanjung side, they have every NFT night, you know, and NFT sharing night. Okay, and mostly they're doing every week, and a lot of designer, graphic designer or this blockchain space content creator, they all meet together to create this NFT works wisely now.
Okay, thank you. So we have another question from Judith. How blockchain can be implemented for government? Since government is a centralized environment, is it possible for future since we are looking into it now? So Dylan, you can I think you can choose your mode.
This is a very subjective question because due to transparency, so it might not be now, but in future, yes, I think we have to be very transparency for this blockchain space, and everyone that use this blockchain can see everything inside this space. Yeah, but for now, our government tried to implement this technology, but still have some circumstances lah.
Okay, thank you. So next question will be from Ms. Raf. What about cybersecurity, securing user information in this investment platform? So again, Dylan, you can choose either private or public.
I mean, cybersecurity in which way? I need to understand which yeah.
Sorry. I think Ms. Raf would I suppose Ms. Raf trying to ask, how about our personal information in this investment platform? Like say we want to put all our profile in this like say Luna, those kind of platform, or Binance, those kind of platform. Is it secure? I believe I try to interpret Ms. Raf question correctly.
Okay, I mean the another way is like we say about like which is the safe haven for your investment, right?
I think for the personal detail, for example, all your IC, those sensitive information. Yes.
For most of the decentralized wallet, decentralized platform, they do not require KYC. They do not require know your name. Okay, so for this decentralized platform, anyone can go in and to create one wallet and to use it and for transaction. Yeah, but for some exchange, we need KYC. Like Luno, you need KYC, and Luno is certified by Malaysia. So if you use Luno, and it's very safe. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So next question, I think is from Max Chia, Unimas. So good morning, Mr. Dylan. What is your thought on the recent Terra Luna crash? Okay, do you think the algorithm, the stable coin will ever be practicable? So Dylan, you can choose your mode, whether you want to reply private or publicly. So this one is regarding the recent crash, recent bubble.
Yes. Yeah, I could not answer that question. Yeah.
Maybe you can reply privately. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You can privately. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. Max Chia, I think Dylan will reply privately regarding this question. Right. So next question is from Chun San Chai. Good morning. May I ask, since all coins are decentralized, there are many phishing websites that even some gurus lost their coin, and there is no place to complain or to claim back. Any idea about this?
the last page that I mentioned, don't trust, verify first. So do your own research. So it's we call it big boy games. Okay, so I mean, you have to manage your risk and verify first. Yeah, this is what I can answer.
So I would like to add on, Mr. Dylan. So for this, although all the transactions are transparent, for example, we know the address, where is the incoming coin, the outgoing coins. So can we claim the coin back? Is it not possible to claim the coin back even though the transaction was made?
It cannot be reversed.
It cannot be reversed. So once it's done, once it's mined, the block is built, it cannot be deleted, it cannot be
cannot. So that's why we call it blockchain. Okay, so every single transaction is positive. So there's no reverse back. Okay, so you no need to ask intermediaries, the middleman run away. No, as long you agree, you verify, and you send.
So we need to say that the consensus already made. Yes. So the transaction is approved. We need to say that all of the nodes already has this kind of consensus. So no reverse back. We need to say that we cannot get the coin back, even though our account was hacked.
Yes, if your private key has been hacked, I mean, you could gone everything, but you can give your public key to everyone. And no one can go in from your public key.
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, next from our Malaysia Andy Lau again. So if everyone can use Bitcoin for trading, can it protect private privacy? If can, what if criminal use it for trading?
It's a good question also. People use it for people use money for criminals also. Okay, and in decentralized system, yeah, it's open source. Anyone can do anything, and it's like internet. You can search whatever you want. You know, you can search for song, you can search for movie. There's no any party that say you cannot do it. So this question is yeah, I think everyone have their own answer for this.
So there is a pros and cons for decentralization, right?
Yes.
So there is not all bad for centralization as well, right?
Yeah.
But it still depends. That is very much depends on this, like, because if you want to do for something bad, I think it's quite rampant as well, lah.
Yes.
So this is also some add-on to our Malaysia Andy Lau question. And here's another question: is what is the advantages of decentralized Bitcoin? What is the characteristic that outstands the stable centralized currency? The advantage of decentralized, I think it's more a blockchain. If like the decentralized blockchain, I think I would interpret that way.
What is the advantage of a decentralized Bitcoin that are performing better than the currency? Okay, the currency now, we have a hyperinflation coming in, and in this blockchain world, we incentivize, okay, and the halving cycle keep going up and up and up and up and up. So only 21 million will be exist. So let's say in 20 years time or 30 years time, let's see how, imagine we are here now in 29,000 per Bitcoin, and let's see how if 20 years later, maybe one Bitcoin, I don't know, maybe, yeah. This is the advantages.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. So from Ian from UTS, For investors who are only interested in increasing their wealth, how does investing with a trader in Bitcoin compare with investing with an agent in a traditional stock market? So again, Dylan, you can choose your mode, whether you want to do it privately or publicly, because this is maybe gearing more on investment.
Yeah, for investment question, I think better to privately text me. Yeah, I can. Maybe you can call me also. Yeah,
I think later on, Dylan, you can leave your contact if you wish. All right.
Yeah.
So all right. So Ian, I think Mr. Dylan will talk to you privately.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next will be from Swinburne, Anthony Lee. What happens if the blockchain developers themselves decide to do the malicious things and insert code that only benefit themselves? Is there any system that protect us user from such a situation?
Okay. Hold on. Okay. From this I have a story at first. Okay, which hold on. Let me check. This blockchain, when any developers want to create the code, and they need the Bitcoin community to accept, okay, and is use smart contract and protocol. Once the protocol is set, it cannot be removed again. So this is the pro and con of decentralized. So it's quite complicated. Okay, once the protocol is in the cloud, and no one can remove the protocol.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dylan. All right. I think this question is for decentralized kind of methods. I think it's less harmful because we really need to get all the consensus for the community, especially we have the community to do the monitoring.
Yes.
As for this, from my own perspective, I think centralization has higher risk as compared to decentralization, because centralization you only have a body to do all this governance, monitoring, etc.
Yes.
While for decentralization, we list everything to the community to do the monitoring and the consensus.
Yes.
So this is some of the add-on to Anthony Lee from Swinburne, right? So any more questions from the floor before we proceed to our attendance taking and our photo session? And by the way, so our Malaysia Andy Lau is another add-on question. So if in the market, the amount of cryptocurrency keep increasing, will it collapse one day? So it's another bubble question. So Dylan, you can choose your mode.
Just privately text me.
Okay, right. So I think Dylan, if you wish, you can input your mobile number if you wish. Okay. If you don't mind, right? So that our audience here may privately PM you.
Okay, I will already send the number here.
So so this is just keep it within yourself, so because you cannot just keep on forwarding to other people, because Dylan is very kind enough to answer your question regarding the investment question, right? Yes. Based on his own experience, you cannot take it for granted, okay? Okay, because it's a quite, I have to really iterate here, emphasize here, you have to manage your own risk as this Bitcoin or this kind of cryptocurrency market is very high risk. It's very high risk, and the price fluctuate every day or every second or every minute. All right, so have to really manage your risk well. Okay, so please, I think our community here, our committee here, Karunisha already posted the link for your attendance. So at the same time, I would like to share one of the course. If you are all interested, this is a intermediate for a beginner and intermediate level course, which is a more hands-on course by Cybertech. So the trainer will be Amarjit Singh. Is a principal trainer and coach, and he is a Microsoft certified system engineer and also certified Bitcoin blockchain professional. All right. So anyone interested, you can just screenshot it. Later on, I will post the link as well. So this is for your information. If you would like to venture more in blockchain and Bitcoin. All right. Right. Mr. Dylan, maybe you can brief a bit if you want to add on.
Okay, this course will be like you have a physical course, and we can learn more deeper into this technology. And we have 2 sessions. One is a brief session, and another one is a hand-to-hand session. And we will teach you how to create simple plugin to the blockchain, and to create coins, okay, to do NFT, okay, to do Ethereum, a lot, okay, and with this you can have a certified certificate from the principal.
Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, so I think we are reaching the end of the section. So I pass my time to Willie regarding the photo session. Willie, over to you.
Hi, Dr. Alan.
Hi, over to you regarding the photo session before we end our session today.
Okay. Give me a moment. All right, everyone, turn on your webcam, and then we will start.
Okay, so everyone, so please get ready. I would like to do some screenshot about the photo taking. So 1, 2, 3, please smile. Okay, so another one. Okay. Hold on. So one more. Okay. So I need to take the third screen and one more. Right. Okay, last one. Smile. Okay, done. Right. Thank you, everyone. So really appreciate your time here, and the committee will forward the e-certificate to you all. All right. So thank you for your participation, and have a great weekend. Bye. And we have to thank Mr. Dylan as well for his time. And Dylan, yeah, we leave the investment question to you already.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I will contact you as well with regarding the investment problem. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Dr. JC as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye, Dr. JC.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.